if you put yourself in somebody's shoes that maybe that didn't make that pivot, or they're looking at some of the options, you know, with the lessons learned that you've gotten from the viewpoint, what would you tell to folks that maybe haven't made that journey or that pivot yet?
Well, the first thing I would do is I'd step back and widen my aperture a little bit. There's not the argument that every VAR should become an MSP. There's not an argument that every system integrator should open up a managed services practice. So managed services is now 20 years old. It's mature. The average margin is about 17%. So it's a predictable kind of mature market, and it's highly competitive. The prices have been compressed, and it's not the greenfield that we might have had, at least even a decade ago. So I point them into other areas as well. I look at during COVID, you know, the big hyperscalers just reported their results, and where Azure was growing by 59% before COVID, they just reported they're still growing at 47% year on year. AWS, you know, was growing by 54, and now they're still in the 40s. Google was growing by 51, they're still in the 40s. SaaS businesses that were growing by 30% before COVID seem to be reporting those same results during COVID. So there's highly resilient cloud models that you can tie into that have much higher than 17% margins. Some of them have 4 and 5 time multipliers on that. So 75% margins by doing some of the cloud installation, implementation, integration, security, compliance, business continuity. So look outside of that. That's more project-based work. Maybe 10 years from now, it'll convert more into managed services. But look to pick up some areas. Another one is RPA, robotic process automation, which is the first stepping stone to automation and AI. And companies like UiPath grew 5,614% last year. We talked to hundreds of thousands of clients around the world. The number one thing they want to do in this stage of COVID is automate their processes, their workflows, the business logic. The stepping stone to that is RPA, and taking advantage of that. That's not managed services, but it's a project-based bot building exercise of where you integrate into your customer. Highly profitable, highly sticky, and the number one demanded thing right now in the marketplace. So taking a little bit wider aperture than managed services, there's a lot of really interesting opportunities to build practices around.